Please, bro.
Let's get straight into it. Hey man, welcome to the Throwdown Man episode 178. I'm your host Ben Brandon from the block. Everyone to call me man. Here with another episode. We about to talk about the wild card predictions. But without further ado, this gonna be a nasty show. I know it's gonna might be some arguments. Let everybody have their talks, and let's get it. Yo, Chet, what's going on, bro?
It's going good. Shout out to Los Angeles and San Francisco. Everybody who's been affected by the wildfires and the earthquake.
Sure.
Send your thoughts and prayers to those to the people out there, and make sure if you're able to donate, even if it's $1.50 to the Red Cross, every little bit counts. So Los Angeles, San Francisco, I salute you. Hey, we right behind you. Thoughts and prayers.
For sure. Yo, bro, what's going on, man?
Man, kind of like what Champ said, my prayers go out to all those affected in Southern California. But, I mean, I'm feeling good. Birds got the win yesterday. And Braden say, oh, it's going to be a nasty show. No, it's going to be a nasty show for you. Because we about to ring out, Justin Herbert. Because we know that you want your biggest defenders. It's not Justin Herbert. What you doing?
Here we go.
He's about to get his ass checked out today.
All right. Yo, Luis, what's going on, man?
How you doing? You know what I'm saying? I'm the self-proclaimed NFL accountability buddy. I am here to hold Justin Herbert fully accountable for his actions. They were damn near terrorist level, and it was very bad. Jordan Love as well. It's like you guys linked.
Yep.
Dog shit performances we will ever see. So I'm here to hold everybody accountable for their takes on Justin Herbert as well. So I'm excited. It's gonna be a fun show, man. I'm excited for Leafs rant too. Leafs rant is gonna be hilarious. I'm excited.
That is crazy. Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Danielle, what's going on, man? Oh, yo, Karen, what's good?
Right.
And last but certainly not least, we got Leaf, man. What's going on, man?
For anybody that's watching this right now that don't want to see any quarterbacks or any NFL teams get murdered, leave now, because that's exactly what's about to happen in the next few minutes. And I'm going to start off with my own goddamn team and my own goddamn quarterback, just to make sure there's no bias up in here, and everybody else is getting it too. I'm pissed off and I'm mad. And guess what? You're lucky this ain't a college show. I definitely be on the Oregon Ducks right now as well.
Oh man,
it's been bad. 2025. It's been bad so far for me. I ain't gonna lie, man.
Especially what you said. Oh yeah, no, them Ducks, they're gonna win the Natty. Just trust. You can save it. You can clip it. They're gonna win. Just trust me.
And now thanks to y'all, we got Notre Dame in the title game, bro. Like with Ohio State.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
bro. We've had a hell of a wild card weekend, bro. We had Justin Herbert playing like a terrorist, Jordan Love playing like a terrorist and throwing CTE balls. We had Mike Tomlin playing the scariest I've ever seen him coach a game of football. How many times did they have 3rd and inches, 4th and inches, and didn't go for it? It's crazy work, bro. So, that's why Kieran's upset. That's why Kieran's
upset. That's exactly why Kieran's upset. Yes, it is.
Mike Tomlin is still his coach, baby.
Hey, Karen, bro, listen, ain't nobody more pissed off than me. You knew that was an ass whooping coming anyway.
No.
Let's get it, man.
Honestly, that game was closer than I thought it was going to be.
No. Trust me.
Hey, let him talk, guys.
All
Let's
right, y'all.
cut all the rip rap.
Let's get straight into it, man.
Okay.
So we're gonna start with the Chargers and Texans game.
Woo!
The Texans won 32-12. Let's start with the positives first. Shout out to Lad McConkey, 197 yards, 9 receptions, 1 touchdown. Justin Herbert.
Quiet.
Justin Herbert, 242 yards, 1 touchdown with 4 interceptions. 4 interceptions. Shout out to the Texans though. They won 282 yards, touchdown for CJ Stroud. Nico Collins
Force
went off
up,
122
UCLA.
yards,
Force up.
7 receptions. Shout now. But anyways, man, what's your thoughts on Justin Herbert and his performance, man? Champ, I'm gonna start with you first.
Man,
Start
fuck all
with you,
that
Champ.
positive shit. Let's get
Look.
into it.
Look, number one, congratulations to my guy, Lad McConkey. From where? University of Georgia.
No
So
one
gotta
cares.
give
one
my
cares.
guy from the University of Georgia
For sure.
some props on that, man. So
For sure.
hey, look, I'm just gonna be all the way 100. I'm not gonna raise my voice. I'm not gonna even curse when I say it. Look, we have been talking about this all year long. We was talking about it last year. Now, what is because I've been on record saying that the Los Angeles Chargers have been failing quarterbacks. When it comes to starting all the way back from Dan Fouts to Phillip Rivers, and then up until they got Jim, all the way up to now Justin Herbert. But the thing is, we have been saying it all year. Hey, he's going to flourish now that he doesn't have Brandon Staley holding him back anymore. Now he's going to flourish. And then he just needs a little bit more defense. He needs a weapon. So, yeah, you came into this game with the number 1 defense in the league. Last I checked, the last person who got just ripped apart when he came into a game with the number 1 defense last year was Lamar when he went into when Kansas City came to town.
Well, there was Joe Flacco too.
Twice.
So,
It was twice.
So you came in here with the number 1 defense in the league. You had comparable weapons. You had the running game with you, and you just laid an egg. It's inexcusable. And like I said, you have to wonder. Yeah, Brandon Staley was not a good coach. But the thing is, because he was so terrible, he was able to mask how bad Justin Herbert's performances was, especially during that comeback win by Jacksonville, which we all know that a certain quarterback, he's not very good either. So to get came back on by a trouble like crazy. But the thing is, you got to think about this. If you're going to be in top 5 conversations, you got to play like it. And the thing is, we don't want to hear about, he didn't have a receiver. You had a receiver. You had a receiver in Lad McConkey that set records this year. A record-setting
offensive line is consistent.
Yeah, you had an offensive line. Joe Alt was no joke this year. Didn't he make All-Pro?
That's facts.
Didn't he make All-Pro?
No, he
Yeah,
didn't.
he made the Pro Bowl All-Pro. I thought he made All-Pro. He made the Pro Bowl. But
No, he didn't.
he didn't make the Pro Bowl?
He didn't.
Joe Alt didn't make the Pro Bowl? Damn.
No.
That's an injustice.
Neither did Lane Johnson. Neither did Jordan Mailata. None of those guys.
Oh, Lane Johnson made it. Lane Johnson made it.
Oh, was
So
he?
you had at least a top 10 offensive line. You had a number 1 defense in the league. You had Lad McConkey, and you had one hell of a coach that revived Alex Smith's career. And the thing is, he hid you pretty much all year long. So you came in and you pretty much laid the whole egg and then spilt them on the way out the door. You have to do better, Justin Herbert, because guess what? You getting paid this kind of money, and everybody has been making a lot of excuses for you for a very, very long time. We gave you a pass with Brandon Staley. We gave you a pass because you ain't had no defense. We gave you a pass because you didn't have a comparable receiver or any running game. You had that coming into this game, and you just, for lack of a better word, peed down your leg. So you got to ask yourself, what are you going to do next year to remedy that? Because your path is not getting any easier. Your path is not getting any easier. because you got to think about what's going to happen this year. Because the thing is, I know the Las Vegas Raiders, they're sorry. They were sorry this year, but the GOAT already on his stuff trying to get them to be a better team. So with him doing things, your path is not getting easier. You already got what may be the co-rookie of the year in your division in Bo Nix, who is so gutsy right now. He played with three back fractures, come to find out.
Damn.
And Sean Payton is a good, and yeah, he had three back fractures.
Good Lord.
So I don't know how the hell he was standing up, to be honest with you. So yeah, he confirmed it. So yeah, you have the rookie, you have a co-rookie of the year candidate. And that team was flying throughout the year. Then you got the granddaddy of them all in the NFL in Patrick Mahomes. So your path is not getting any easier. You're in the hardest division in the NFL outside of the NFC North, and you in for it, man. So if you can't, and the thing is, people are going to talk about, well, he needs more weapons. Patrick Mahomes out there is doing it with very, very little weapons. So don't even get me started. We saw Peyton Manning make a Pro Bowler out of Jacob Tamme. We saw him make a Pro Bowler out of Jason Tamme and Austin Collie.
Lamar
so guess what?
Doing it with very little weapons.
Yeah, Lamar, he made it to the playoffs and won some playoff games with very, very little weapons. So we don't want to hear that narrative. You had the number one defense in the league, number one scoring defense in the league. You had one hell of a coach. I mean, J.K. Dobbins came out there with Gus Edwards and pretty much revived his career this year after that ACL tear. And guess what? They was able to provide you with a lot of cushion throughout the year. So guess what? We don't want to hear that. So guess what? When you got the number one defense in the league, the number one, and they held teams to the least amount of points, and you come out here, and the thing is, look, quiet as it's kept, C.J. Stroud didn't play magnificent yesterday. He did not play magnificent. This is not one of those days where he just came out.
I'm fair to say, like, he didn't even play that good. Like,
no. But the thing is, you came out. I mean, and in the first half, it damn sure wasn't looking good. It was like, damn, they about to get blown out.
He looked horrible.
He looked horrible. He looked like it. He looked about as horrible as I do on the Stairmaster after a Subway sandwich.
So you always gotta bring yourself down, man.
So it's a joke.
My God, bro.
But so that's the thing. You got to do something, man. That was uglier than the Masterpiece niggas. That was real ugly. So you got to do something about that, Justin Herbert. If you want to be in top 5 conversations, Justin Herbert, you got to be able to perform in the big moments. And the thing is, that wasn't even a huge moment. That was a hit. So you gotta be ready, because the thing was, quiet as it's kept, Houston wasn't playing great throughout the season. They didn't play well last night. Their offense wasn't clicking, and they missing Stephon Diggs and they missing Tank Dell. They missing 2 of their weapons right about now. It was really that defense, which is impeccable, by the way, and that running game. So you got to get yourself into a better position. And if you want to be in those top 5 conversations, you got to play better than that. 4 interceptions, that's not going to cut it. My bad if I went too long, Brandon.
You good. Go ahead, bro.
Where do we begin? Oh, wait. Actually, I will clarify. I am not a Herbert hater. I have been critical of Herbert. I have pointed out criticisms over the years, and people just have liked to deflect it off. Oh, he don't got no weapons. His weapons were always hurt. He didn't have an O-line. His O-line's consistently injured. He didn't have a defense. Yet, as we just alluded to, Lamar winning games, winning playoff games, especially with very little weapons. Joe Burrow, he made playoff runs, not just like one and done, playoff runs with consistently bad O-lines and average defenses, to say the least. But Justin Herbert, my God, this was you on Saturday. This was you. Like, Herbert fans, he played terrible. I do not want to hear the excuses, because the amount of Herbert fans I've seen on social media, my God, they love to talk about when Josh Allen plays horrible. They love to talk about when Lamar Jackson plays horrible. Joe Burrow, my God, they have a everlasting beef with that guy. You would think that he shot and killed John Wick's dog the amount of times they talk about Joe Burrow when he plays terribly. But when it's Herbert, excuses galore. He played awful. Now, is he still in that top 5 range? Yes. But when you look at the tiers of quarterbacks, obviously Mahomes, he's in his own tier. 2, 3, 4, or as me and my brother called it, which I think is perfectly fine because you can interchange these three. 2A, 2B, 2C between Burrow, Allen, Lamar. That is tier 2. Herbert, you are tier 3. You are tier 3, brother. You are the top of tier 3. I do not want to hear you in conversations with Lamar. I do not want to hear you in conversations with Josh Allen. I especially don't want to hear you in conversations with Joe Burrow. That conversation died 2 years ago. Joe Burrow has gotten better every single year. Luis pointed it out. Well, Justin Herbert has just consistently stayed the same. If you want to win these big games, you can't play like that. And even then, CJ Stroud had a below average game. That Texans offense was terrible. They were literally, especially in that first half, were trying to hand the Chargers the game.
Literally just
terrible CJ Stroud pick. John Mechie fumbles literally the first snap of the Texans offense. Like, what more needs to be said? Herbert played awful, and it's okay to point it out. Why do we always make these excuses for guys that we love so much when they play like shit? Like, point it out. He played terrible. Like, oh, Tom Brady had terrible games in the past. Peyton Manning, Joe Montana, all these guys have had, that we call the all-time greats, have had terrible games before. But it's just for some reason, when you latch on to one player, it's like you have to try to find any excuse under the sun when he has a bad game. To be like, well, it wasn't that bad when you compare it to this, and that. Like, just stop it, bro. Stop it.
Okay.
Now I alley-oop over to Luis. Let's go.
Luis, you there? I don't know. All right, Kieran, go ahead, bro.
Okay. I'm going to try to be objective as possible. First of all, I'm not that mad. Like, listen, I understand that Justin Herbert played terrible. I'm giving him no excuses. I also think that it's fair to say that the Chargers did overachieve this year.
Yeah,
the Chargers before the year, they were picked as like an 8-win team. They won 11 games. The reason I'm so mad about this performance is the team that he played against. The Houston Texans are, ever since like October.
They stink.
Yeah, they stink. Like, they stink. And Justin Herbert played terrible. He played terrible. It's not only like, yes, the receivers, like Will Dissly should be off the team like tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, facts.
But when I see Justin Herbert rolling out to the right, and his first instinct is just to lock on to Quentin Johnson, throw it into triple coverage, that is not a Greg Roman issue. That is a Justin Herbert issue of being a freaking robot.
Wow.
But listen, if this was Kyler Murray, because Champ has gone on Kyler Murray a lot. Imagine if Kyler Murray played that game. They would tell him he's the worst bust in history, and they should be like, oh, he should get cut tomorrow.
Kyler Murray, Dak, Jalen Hurts, who else? Jordan Love, Matthew Stafford, any of these guys.
Geno Smith.
Yeah.
Under the sun.
Like, again, like, I think it's fair to say that, like, we can acknowledge that the Chargers overachieved, but the reason why we're so hard on Herbert is because of the team he's lost to. That's why. So that is the reason why I was so hard on Lamar Jackson in 2019, because of the team he lost to. He played the 9-7 Titans and he played terrible. It's the same way with this team. Like, you clearly have the better team, and you played terrible. Like, I'm still rooting for Herbert. He's one of my favorite quarterbacks in the league, but He's not in that tier with Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, or Joe Burrow. He's just not. He's just not. And I will say this: the run game was terrible yesterday. I think J.K. Dobbins had 20 yards, but there's no excuse. There's really no excuse.
All right, go ahead, Luis. I see you back.
Yeah. So there's a couple things I want to touch upon. One, Justin Herbert was the worst football player on that field. I don't give a damn what anybody says. That shit was atrocious. Two, the main thing that I heard from Justin Herbert all year was look how good Herbert is. Look at the people he's elevating. Like Ladd is getting 1,000 because of Justin Herbert, and J.K. Dobbins is having a resurgence. So this entire season, I'm just hearing how good Justin Herbert is, turning nothing into something. So the thing I asked with the consistency is if you're going to criticize and say, hey, these guys would be nothing about Justin Herbert, and he made the playoffs with said weapons, with those said pieces, then I don't want you guys to make excuses about those weapons come playoff time. And that's exactly what people tried to do. I mean, Champ, you said what? Ladd went for 197?
Yeah, 197 yards, set the rookie record.
Went for 197 yards and took it to the house. The only thing I ask is if you're going to belittle weapons and say that they'd be nothing without Justin Herbert and that Justin Herbert is elevating everybody, then don't belittle them when they're not what you think they are. That's Justin. That to me, you need to hold Justin Herbert accountable if you're holding him to that standard. But also the weapons, I'm not going to say they're top tier or anything, but they are enough. And especially the way Houston played, they were enough to win. Ladd had over 1,000 on the year. Like I said before the pod started, Quentin Johnston made a night and day leap as a receiver this year. 700 yards and 8 touchdowns. That's pretty decent for how the offense was orchestrated. J.K. Dobbins only missed 4 games this year and had about 900 yards. So you had a very, very competent offense to get the job done, especially with the way Houston played, and you didn't. Because the main reason why you didn't is because of Justin Herbert, not because his weapons weren't doing anything. It was because of Justin Herbert. Throwing to Quentin Johnston in double coverage, overthrowing Ladd McConkey like he's like he has the build of Megatron. You're throwing the ball 8 feet high. I'm sorry, that's not on the weapons. That is on Justin Herbert making foolish decisions. I'm just being honest. So where we look at Justin Herbert from here is he has to be held accountable. If this was Lamar Jackson, if this was Josh Allen, if this was Jalen Hurts, if this was Dak Prescott, if this was Brock Purdy, everybody would be calling for their jobs. Everybody would be slandering them. Everybody would be calling them overrated. But with Justin Herbert, we need to keep that same energy. Now, Brandon, don't worry. I'm not like these other people that's going to have one playoff game affect how I look at Justin Herbert as a quarterback. Justin Herbert is still a phenomenal quarterback. He's still talent-wise a top 5 quarterback in the league. But I am keeping my logic consistent. I looked at Lamar as a top 5 quarterback for years. Even though he had his playoff struggles, his talent was just too much to overlook. I'm looking at the same way for Justin Herbert. Your talent undoubtedly makes you a top 5 quarterback. But when them lights get bright, you have to show up sooner or later. Lamar the past couple seasons has just figured it out playoff time. Has he played up to his standard? No, but he's done enough to win the games. Justin Herbert, now we need to see you next year to do enough to win football games. That's what we need. And you haven't given us that. I even watched some of the film against the Jaguars. Was it 2 years ago or whatever? Yeah. He didn't look like Justin Herbert either in that game. Sorry. He only threw for 1 touchdown. The way people defend him in that game, making it seem like he was playing lights out. He only had 1 touchdown. Sorry. You got to do more than throw 1 touchdown in a playoff game. So we can recognize that Justin Herbert is still a hell of a talent, and he's still one of the best quarterbacks in the league. But the same way people want to hold Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Brock Purdy, Dak, all these guys accountable come playoff time, you need to hold Justin Herbert accountable. That was one of the worst performances I've ever seen. One of the worst. There's no excuse.
For sure. All right, go ahead, Leaf.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Karen. Give me Leaf go.
You guys know he had a passer rating of 44?
44?
And he completed 43% of his passes, by the way.
This legit, statistically, this is one of the worst games ever. Ever.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's one thing to play bad. It's another thing to play terrible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's crazy.
And
Go ahead, Lee.
again, Brandon, we're not saying he's buns, but we are saying
Yeah.
comes to a point where these type of performances, they got to be held against you. Now, the dude, I told you, Brandon, I still think he's top 5. The game doesn't change
Yeah.
it, but
Yeah.
more games like this and more times you're not showing up, we're gonna have to have some conversations.
Yeah, no, that's what I said too. Because it's like what I was saying. I'm not saying, oh, he's trash. He's outside the top 10. What I'm saying is, yeah, he's still a top 5 quarterback. But the way that you like demand accountability from Lamar Jackson, Burrow, Josh Allen, you can demand the exact same accountability from Justin Herbert, and no one seems to do it.
Right. For sure.
I will say this though. I think the only difference between Lamar and Herbert and why Lamar gets more criticism because he has a higher people put him on a higher bar than Herbert because he has 2 MVPs. He's about to win his third MVP. He's had 2 number 1 seeds, never made it to the Super Bowl. That's why I think Lamar gets more criticism. So
for sure. All right, Leave. Go ahead before we move on to the Packers game.
I am not going to unleash all my rage out on Justin Herbert. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. He was obviously a clear cut piece of trash. On what was it, yesterday or Saturday, whatever the game was. It was a clear cut piece of trash. That Houston Texans team, like that team should have been dead to rights walking in that game. Home game, road game, overseas game. I don't give a damn where they playing. The Chargers had everything they needed going into that game, and offensively, bro, they arguably had the one of the worst performances of this weekend offensively, and it's all thanks to Justin Herbert. This dude, I have no idea. Whatever talent
So crazy.
and whatever talent level that everybody was talking about, I didn't see it in that game. I didn't see the ability in that game. I didn't see the processing in that game. I didn't see the arm talent and all of this elite capabilities in that game. Now, as far as the top 5 and quarterbacks, I'm going to leave that alone, bro. But I will say, people were aiming their gun at me for many years when Aaron Rodgers didn't get it done in the playoffs, and how long he was a top 3 and a top 5 considered a top 5 quarterback. So
that's
true. That's true.
I mean, and it may be different, bro, but it seemed like, it seemed like the same shit, different toilet to me. So the reality is that if they're getting on this dude, and remind you, Aaron Rodgers had something that Herbert didn't have. He had a resume. He had a resume still as a young quarterback, and still going into his late 20s and going before his 20s was over. Justin Herbert doesn't have any of that. And if you want to give me that, he's playing in the same division as Kansas City and this, that, and the third, and the AFC West has been in this. I'm like, okay, that's fine as is. But still, at the end of the day, you got to figure out a way to get it done once they start adding pieces to you that you didn't have with Brandon Staley, because we shitted on Brandon Staley more than enough, and rightfully so. But you pissed on everything that the Hardball Bowl stand for, because that's what should have been happening coming into this week. I guaranteed a damn Chargers and Ravens matchup, and then you pissed it all away. Thank you, Justin Herbert. Thank you for nothing. Because I'm gonna get on another quarterback, and I'm gonna get on another quarterback in about 5 or 10 minutes. I'm done with you, bro. You get out of here. And everybody that co-signed you can get out of here too.
Make it 2, because I'm gonna just say this and I'm gonna leave it alone. That was definitely probably the worst game I've seen from Justin Herbert. I'm not even gonna lie. This was definitely worse than the Jacksonville Jaguars game. I really think it is. Although he choked that lead. The only reason why, it wasn't no interception, no, they just couldn't convert. So in that
I will say this though.
Man, listen, his new name is Justin.
Can I say something?
He do this again. He Justin Yogurt, bro. Like that shit with me, bro.
Okay, can I say something real quick?
Yogurt.
Can I say something real quick?
Karen, I was gonna say this. Now I'm gonna let you go, Karen. This man's still top 5. Besides, Mahomes, Burrow, Lamar. Besides, Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, Lamar, Herbert is right there. I'm not trying to hear Stafford. I know people love Stafford. I'm not trying to hit
Yeah,
Stafford.
that's Stafford.
Broad,
What?
Broad.
Who said
I'm not trying to
Stafford?
hit Hurts. You know,
I never.
Hell
Broad,
no.
I
Nah,
never. Said,
Jordan Love. I
hey,
ain't trying to
hey,
hear Jordan Love.
wait, Brandon,
Kyler
hold on,
Murray. I ain't
wait. Let
trying to
me,
hear him.
Brandon, hold on. Let's get this clear right away. Jordan Love, Jalen Hurts, and any other quarterback that you just named ain't never been top 5 material ever. I don't give a damn what Hurts did 2 years ago, and I don't give a damn what Jordan
I
Love was
agree.
trying to do. Now, in terms of talent, listen, whatever the top 5 list mean to you or anybody else, that's fine with me. But guess what? I'm only giving the same smoke that was given to Aaron Rodgers when he was in the Green Bay Packers jersey and he wasn't getting shit done in the NFC Championship game because he got buried all of those years.
It's
For sure.
different.
Hey,
Brock.
hey, Ken, you got anything to say?
Yeah, I was just gonna say about the Chargers like Jacksonville game. The reason I didn't blame that on Herbert because you could point into like so many other factors that was like out of his control. This game was clearly on him. Like that's
Right.
why I didn't give. That's why I gave him somewhat of a pass for the 27-0. This game I can't.
Right.
not at all.
because
Sure.
because the last game, like Brandon Staley was like, "Hey, Justin Herbert, like we can't run the ball. Try to like convert a 3rd and 15 like every time." This game, I just like, it's rough.
Yeah, for real. All right, y'all. Let's move on to the next game. The Green Bay Packers lost to the Philadelphia Eagles 22-10. Eagles advance. Jordan Love, another quarterback, had a terrible game. 212 yards, completed 20 of 33 of his passes with no touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Shout out Josh Jacobs though; he had a hell of a run that game.
Josh
Leaf,
Jacob-
Leaf. I'm gonna start with you, man. What's your thoughts on Jordan Love, bro, and the Packers?
Let me make one thing clear right now, man. Every physical aspect of that game, we got manhandled. We got injured every single small contact. We got manhandled every single play. The tight end was stiff on one of our corners twice on one damn play, and he still stood up like he was going to make a tackle. They're giving him pep talks on the sideline. We got manhandled on the line. We got manhandled on the D line, the O line. We couldn't move day line at all. We couldn't get after the quarterback. Maybe with 1-2 times. We had spurts on the defensive end in the third. We a mismatched team. 1 minute the defense is playing good and the offense is shit, or the offense is playing good and the defense is shit. Jordan Love is a cardiac arrest throwing player. That's what he is. He is a cardiac arrest throwing football player. He sees a bullet. He sees a bullet pass that he always likes, tries to make it, and he thinks he's Brett Favre. This is the shit that got players hurt during the 90s. Understand, Matt LaFleur. Understand something. He is going to continue to get wide receivers hurt. If you want a wide receiver number 1, find somebody that can get him the ball in some type of a legit little bit of space, and then he can work off that. And this is about to be one of the most ill-advised takes that I'm about to say, and I don't give a damn because it's my team, and this will mark 30 years that I've been supporting this football team. I think if we're going to go forward, Malik Willis needs to be the starting quarterback for the Green Bay Packers going forward. I'm going to say it again. Malik Willis needs to be the starting quarterback going forward for the Green Bay Packers, and I'm going to explain why. And I see some faces up in here, and I knew I was going to start some shit, and that's what's my plan all along.
Which is wrong.
The reason being is because Matt LaFleur calls a much better game with Malik Willis under helm than he does under Jordan Love. Jordan Love seems to have these moments in the game where he goes rogue against these better defenses and these better teams. If he's not throwing bullets down the middle, it's worthless. If he's not hitting the dots, if he's not connecting down the middle or connecting in between the spaces, It's worthless. And before I finish, the reason why I say this is because Malik Willis arguably is the best dual threat quarterback that we have ever had already. Jordan Love doesn't compare. Aaron Rodgers was good enough. Aaron Rodgers was good enough, but he didn't have his athleticism. Malik Willis, from the games that I've seen, and Jordan Love came back 2 weeks before. Jordan Love came back 2 weeks before his injury was cured, bro, against that Minnesota game. And Malik Willis had every right to play that game. He did not, because Jordan Love was getting paid $200-something million, and Malik Willis was not. I'm going to say it again. Malik Willis, in terms of our coaching and in terms of the play calls that we run, Malik Willis is the best option at starting quarterback for us than Jordan Love. He is not good. He is not getting better at processing plays. He is not getting better, bro, at reading high quality defenses, bro. Malik Willis deserves a shot. That's what I'm going with. I don't care what nobody else thinks.
Can I say something real quick?
I don't want to say this. Now I'm gonna let y'all go. The stuff that you just said, Malik Willis does the exact same thing. No accuracy. He trash too. Quick? If the stuff that you're saying, Malik Willis.
If that's true, if that's true, Malik Willis is not gonna go out there and make those costly mistakes. He's not gonna go out there and he's not gonna go out there and make those costly mistakes.
Are you sure you're not emotional leave?
No, Brandon. No, Brandon.
Go ahead,
You know what's funny?
Go ahead and know all y'all want.
No, Brandon. You know what
I said?
Brandon, you know what? He's kind of right. He won't make those costly turnover plays because he won't have the ball in his hands to actually make the turnover. Because he's a horrible passer. He's terrible. Do you know who Malik Willis is? Yeah. He played the Jaguars and Titans, and you want him to start? Like, what are we doing right now?
Oh, no.
And you said dual threat. Dual threat is supposed to be a good passer and a good runner. Malik Willis is a terrible passer. Like, what are we doing? Like, come on.
I said what I said.
Not to mention, Jordan Love has been, like, injured, like, every other game this year. Like, he was injured to start the year. He got injured again against Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
He was injured a lot. And not to mention, before this game, he didn't throw a pick before week 10. So, like, he was getting the turnover. Like, he had a bad game. Every quarterback has a bad game. It happens. It was also one of the best defenses in the league. And all your wide receivers basically died. They all died.
And why is that? And why did they die?
Bro, like, things, like, it happens. Like, wide receivers
Go ahead, Louise. Tell them why.
What? No, that's not what I was gonna say. I think so. I hear your reasoning, but one, there's a couple points I want to point out. One, he's in his second year. Like, you're still developing him. You're finally starting to see what he can actually do on the football field. And two, you drafted Jordan Love knowing that he was going to be a project. He was going to be a project, but the ceiling is. I'm not going to say Josh Allen, but Josh Allen is a perfect example. The reason Josh Allen was drafted was he was a project quarterback, but if they got the tools together, the ceiling was incredibly high for Josh Allen. That's the same thing with Jordan Love, why we hold him in so high regard in top 10 discussions, because you knew Jordan Love was a project. He's starting to get things together. This is his second season starting, and even though he's immature at the quarterback position on this level, he's still a project, but the ceiling is still incredibly high. He has shown you great flashes on what he can actually be. And yeah, he played bad yesterday. We call a spade. He played terrible, but that doesn't mean get rid of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't mean get rid of him. It just gives him that experience, that ass whooping to be better. That's how you develop players like this.
You know what, bro? I'm gonna clean it up, man, so everybody can understand. Either we go out and get a wide receiver one.
You need a receiver
for Jordan Love to have that go-to target, or bro, we need to do something else.
Tyreek Hill available. Come get him.
Listen, no.
Too bad to me.
Not for that. Not for that
We'll let
team.
you go, champ. We'll let you go, champ.
The reason I say not for that team, because this team led the league in drops, and Tyreek Hill is not going to fix that issue. That's the only reason I would say that. But they need a receiver that can like actually catch the football, has a great catch radius, so Jordan Love can lob it up to them. Like, yeah, I like Jaden Reed. Like the thing is, I like a lot of the receivers on the Packers. I like Jaden Reed. I like Dobbs. I like Christian Watson when he's healthy. Like, and that was also another thing. They lost their vertical threat, which was probably the most important part of their passing game.
Do you know who it sounds like you're describing? I know you're saying like they should go out and get somebody, but a lot what you're describing just who's homeboy from Ole Miss, Trey Harris. That sounds exactly like what they need.
Harris,
They need a Trey Harris type receiver. Big, super big body on the outside, can out jump anybody, physical as hell. Like that's what they need.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
And you
Go-
know
go
what?
ahead,
And
champ.
you know what? I'm inclined to agree with you, bro. But go ahead, champ.
Okay, wait.
Go ahead,
I want to go because like I want to actually talk about the game. There's kind of a weird
Okay.
dynamic with this game. Like as the game went along, it seemed like a lot of the Packers players just like gave up. Like I was
Yes.
I was looking
There
on
you
the
go.
sideline and like Xavier McKinney is just like I forget what his name is. Who's the guy who let up the touchdown?
Valentine.
It's like number 29, right? Or something.
Yeah,
King?
that's
No,
one of
not
my
King.
DBs.
No, but like I see another player just like fighting with the coach. I'm like, what are you doing? Like it looked
Yeah,
like
that was big Bubs from our own line. He's going over the sideline. He's based and whatchamacallit, Matt LaFleur and the coaching staff was like, yo, what's going on? Yo, he was like, and then he instantly starts raging, like, yo, what do y'all want me to do? Yo, listen, it was a lot of laying down yesterday. It was a lot of, yo, I'm hit, I'm hurt, I can't get up.
Yeah.
I can't do anything. Yo, that offensive line, that defensive line had manhandled us physically all game long. There's no excuses. Everybody on our team, bro, quit.
Yep. I agree.
Crash out.
Because like the thing is, like, the Eagles offense didn't look good. I thought the Packers defense
At
looked
all.
really good. Like the Packers defense, like you think without without Jair Alexander, like AJ Brown and Devontae Smith would go.
Nah, they did great. They did a great job holding them.
Like yeah, they did really good. And like
And even so, the run game for what it was, like even though Philly was stopping a lot of the runs, like Josh Jacobs did what he could to push it down more.
And somebody needs to tell me how the hell is Lane Johnson still playing football? What the hell?
also,
Hey, you know what? Hey, you know what? Hey, a big takeaway I got from that game yesterday too. Like the big takeaway I got from that game too is on the Packers side. Not only was Josh Jacobs the best runner, he was also the best receiver.
I was actually going to bring up Josh Jacobs.
Listen, Josh Jacobs is absolutely amazing. I swear to God, bro, I never seen nobody with more heart and more poise. Even before that game, he said, yo, I'm out there to run somebody over. I'm not trying to get
last
by
night,
you.
you got to give him 80 mil. Give him 80 mil. Just for last night.
Listen, hey, fine by me. Josh Jacobs was the real deal at the running back position yesterday. I don't give a damn what Saquon Barkley did.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
Okay. All right. Relax. Look at Brian.
Bro, you heard me say it, bro. You heard what I said.
Saquon's an Eagle for Saquon's an Eagle for a year, and all of a sudden brought a fan now. It's so crazy.
Well, I'm gonna say something real quick. I know everyone's gonna look at.
Hey.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. Go ahead, Karen. We gotta let Champ go.
All right, how about you let the Eagles fan go? The fuck?
Wait.
Oh, bro.
I know everyone's gonna say that Saquon had a better game. Like, if you watch like the game yesterday, you can't like Josh Jacobs to me was the best player on the field yesterday. He fought for like every yard. Like that run was one of the best runs you ever seen from a running back.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was the best player on the field. From the receiving game, fighting for every yard, the situation with the offensive line. Like he was the best player on the field.
I was sad he didn't finish the run. I was so sad for him.
Yeah,
I'm like, fuck. I'm like half a yard, dude.
I also think the Packers are like a few pieces away from legit being there. They're so close.
I think we also have to understand too. This is a crazy fact. This is the second youngest team ever to make the playoffs. Do you know
Yeah.
what is the youngest team? The Packers team last year. That's the youngest team. Like, this is still an incredibly young and inexperienced and immature team.
And that team beat the living shit out of the Cowboys.
Once they get the maturity down and understand the big games and the big moments, they're going to be fine. They're going to be a problem. It's just all about developing. But Leaf, you can't take this team far if you give up on your project quarterback in his second year starting, bro. You're not gonna see progress.
Here's the thing, right?
Hey.
Like, do people not understand what Aaron Rodgers was his first year? He was a project.
Was he actually?
Yes.
I didn't know.
Everyone has no project about Aaron Rodgers.
4 years before he even was the starter.
Yeah, and his first year, it was up and down. They went 6-10. He literally he showed flashes
his entire rookie contract before he actually became the starter.
And again, I'm not saying he's going to be Aaron Rodgers. Just we got to relax on some of these quarterbacks, man.
I think at the state of the league too, with how talented the quarterback position is, because
what are you shaking your head for?
What?
Huh?
What are you shaking your head for?
You know what? I'm gonna stop talking. Go. We let Broad and Champ go.
Wait, what? What about shaking my head for?
You know what?
No, Champ. Sorry.
I'm gonna say this, man. No, I'm not finna crash out. This ain't I don't ever crash out. I don't ever lose my cool like that. The thing is, this dude is only in his second year.
Oh.
We didn't really start holding Peyton Manning accountable like that until he lost 41-0 against the New York Jets.
Yeah.
We didn't start holding Peyton Manning to these high standards. It's not like Justin Herbert, he's been the starting quarterback for the last 5 years. It's only his second year. And he's been hurt this year.
Yeah.
I understand that as a quarterback, we always got to hold these guys' feet to the damn fire. And if you don't win a Super Bowl in your first year and win one every year, then all of a sudden we don't want to hear about you in top 10. He's only in his second year.
Right.
Second.
Keep in mind too.
He got hurt the first game of the season.
Realistically, that should have been a season-ending injury.
Keep in mind too, 2 out of the top 5 quarterbacks were project quarterbacks. It's Josh Allen and Lamar, and those 2
all of them were projects.
I don't really think he is a project quarterback, though. He's proven.
No, all the top 5 quarterbacks besides Burrow are project quarterbacks. Herbert was a project.
Again, was he really a project quarterback? Because he proved what he can do last year. He proved what he can do this year.
It's all about developing him. It's all about developing him and sharpening the tools.
With his development and his progression this year, even through the injury. So we're having these discussions about holding his feet to the fire. When number one, he plays in arguably the most toughest division in football right now. Number one.
Ever.
The most toughest division in football. So
214 teams?
214 and 2 teams. The last time 213 win teams was in the same division was in 1999. And that was 3 years after the Jacksonville Jaguars was an expansion team. Right. Yeah, I was alive when that happened. The Jacksonville Jaguars was 3 years from being an expansion team.
That's terrible.
So we're holding his feet to the fire after year 2. We didn't start holding these standards to Lamar Jackson until after he won the MVP. We didn't start holding Peyton Manning to these standards until after he had that 41-0 loss against the New York Jets.
The reason why we did that, it was his second year, but it was his first year starting. And back-to-back years with Mahomes and Lamar, they both won the MVP their first year starting.
That's what I'm saying. We didn't start holding their feet to the fire until after they won the MVPs. Until after he started getting these outstanding accolades.
I think we also need to understand too.
This guy's still developing. 1 second, Louise, real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
This guy's still developing as a quarterback. He was hurt for the last couple. He was hurt for the majority of the season. He plays in the toughest division, arguably ever in history. You got 214, and the teams are loaded. And he was able to get his team to 11 wins. in this tough division. Look, I understand we live in the days of, hey, we're gonna hold your feet to the fire every time you get on that field. Have grace
Me with Tua
on one of these young quarterbacks, especially Jordan Love. Guess what? This is his second year. This ain't his 5th year in the league like Justin Herbert. We wasn't sitting around here talking about, oh yeah, this is his second year. Since when do we start holding quarterbacks' feet to the fire when they haven't won an MVP, haven't won an All-Pro, or been that deep? I mean, he just went to the NFC Championship last year, didn't it? I mean, almost.
No.
He got to the divisional.
One game away.
Mind you.
One game away from the NFC Championship. So give these guys some grace, man.
Mind you, they were a 13-point underdog against Dallas.
Yeah.
Right.
Blew them out 48-32. Not to mention, I know Jordan Love struggled against the Niners. He was legit one throw away from going to the NFC Championship game.
Right.
Throw away.
I also want to say this too. Like,
sorry. I was going to say something else real quick. Sorry.
Go ahead. Go.
Do you guys know the Packers this year, when Jordan Love was playing, the only teams they lost to was Detroit, Minnesota, and Philly?
That's crazy. That's a crazy team. That's 3 crazy. I think we all got to understand too. I feel like people
just to let y'all know before you continue, just to let you know, the last time we lost to the Vikings and the Lions twice in 1 year, bro, you got to go all the way back to the year before we got Brett Favre.
Things change. Teams get better, Leaf. I mean,
I mean,
I want to say this too.
I'm just putting that on your mind because everybody, listen, we went 1-5 in our division and we ended up with 11 wins. 9 of them, which we account him for, because the other 2, Malik Willis was in there, bro. Like, I said what I said about it, bro. Like, listen, everybody thought I crashed out. We need wide receiver number 1, most importantly. That's probably the most important thing going forward.
Or like, not even a number 1. Like, remember like Aaron Rodgers when he was winning like his MVPs like early, like Jordy Nelson, like he was really good, but he also had like other guys like Greg Jennings, James Jones,
Randall Cobb,
Randall Cobb, Jordy Nelson, and then later on in the year Devontae.
Yeah,
later on in the years.
I think everybody also needs to understand too. Like, I feel like so many people are quick, especially when performances like this happen or they don't get the result that they want. They're so quick to move on from their quarterback. Like, I get it, but football at the end of the day is still a team sport. Like, as great as Josh Allen, Lamar, and Joe Burrow are, I'm gonna keep reminding y'all, the only active quarterback to win a Super Bowl in the Mahomes era is Matthew Stafford because of how the team was built. So you don't need this, even though Jordan Love is great, you don't need this super high-end quarterback to get you where you need to be. Like, it's still a team sport, and Jordan Love is far from the problem. Like, was he piss poor? Yes, but come on, man. A really good Jordan Love game is one of the best games in the league by far.
Not to mention, like, this is the reason why, like, when it comes to like Justin Herbert and Jordan Love performances, like Jordan Love is playing like arguably.
Yep.
Oh. Shout out Carson Beck for going to Miami, by the way.
Hey, what Kenny, what's going on, bro? And then we get the what's up? Hey, bro, go ahead, bro. This your team, man. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's bad time, but I mean, what I gotta say about the game, defense. I mean, it was a hard physical game. 4 takeaways. Quinyon Mitchell finally got his pick. That's something to be excited about. Losing to Kobe Dean to a torn patella tendon sucks. It sucks. But Oren Burks did a serviceable job in his place. The offense, stagnant a lot of times. It was more of when I'm gonna talk about my guy Jalen Hurts, because everyone loves to say, "Oh, Hurts, he'd be fucking awful," but it was more of a game manager type
That's
of
what it
game
was,
from
yeah.
him. If I had to give him like a grade from like A to F, it'd probably be like B minus C plus range, somewhere there, where it's like he didn't play great, but he also wasn't terrible.
Right.
He was kind of like in that average range.
I think
But I mean,
For sure.
you know, like Leaf was saying, I mean, it was just a hard fought physical game. We bullied them pretty much everywhere.
It wasn't no fight, bro. Cut that shit out, bro. It wasn't no goddamn fight. It wasn't no fight at all.
It was belt to ass.
Y'all won every bro. Stop this shit, bro. Like y'all won every aspect of the physical portion of that game, hands down. Every time somebody on that team got hit, they got put out.
I mean,
we had linemen, wide receivers, corners, anybody you can name got put out.
The one thing I also do want to say is I love how over the years Dallas Goedert has just made some of these one-handed
Leaf
catches
already said it.
easy as hell. Like him.
I already said it, PSP.
But I mean, that touchdown was crazy. It was just like, get off me, little boy. Get off me. Hit the weight room. I'm gonna go score.
For sure.
But I mean, hey, we're happy to move on to the next. Whether it's the Vikings or the Rams, it's gonna be a good game.
For sure. Hey, Kenny, man, I know you was late and stuff. What's your thoughts on Herbert's performance and Jordan Love's? Then we move on to the Chiefs and not Chiefs.
Who cares?
Steelers and Ravens.
Are we also gonna do divisional picks too? Just like quick at the end?
Yeah, real quick. Real quick at the end. Go ahead, Kenny.
Honestly, my reaction is just like everybody else's. Like, how many was?
Yeah, that damn store again, ain't it?
Yeah, I mean, you said what?
You sound like you try to talk light skin, like yo, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I thought you was at that store again.
You know what I'm saying? Like Justin Herbert throwing the ball, you know what I mean? Like, Kenny trying to talk light skin, man.
I think he on his
Like,
headphones. He on his headphones, I think. Yeah, he on his headphones.
I was about to say you gotta step close to your mic.
Go ahead, Kenny.
Kenny.
Kenny, you there?
Y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Hell
yeah,
yeah,
you good,
brother.
All right.
Yo, come on, Kenny, hurry up, man. Cook these quarterbacks, man, so we can move on, bro. Let's go.
Nah, I'm gonna keep it short. I feel like Justin Herbert. My reaction was like everybody else's. 4 to 5 interceptions is crazy work. And what was the other question, Brandon?
Jordan Love. His performance, he had like 3 picks.
They were meant to lose the game. That's all I have to say.
God damn.
I'm not gonna lie,
Well,
fair enough. But like,
Yeah.
Shout out Justin Herbert. Shout out Justin Herbert.
I mean, fumbling
Wow.
compared to the James Harden. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Oh,
Stop.
wow.
Wow.
All right.
I just want to say,
All right,
He tried to go by
Louise,
skill.
listen.
No, Lewis, he's team.
Look. Nah, he want to go by skill. That's
No.
fine. But listen, all I'm gonna say, bro, about this youth quarterback, and these quarterbacks only been in the league 1 or 2 years. We gotta understand these years are not promised in the NFL, bro. Like your career can end just like that. If the injuries is already piling up, you gotta hurry your ass up, do the damn homework, figure out how to process and read these defenses much better than you reading them. Goddamn it! Stop giving. I don't need to hear no more excuses about the age of these quarterbacks and the years that they in. Some of these quarterbacks is already over the age of 25. This is not the NBA where your second and third years and 21, 22 years old. I don't want to hear that no more, bro. Get your shit right, bro, or get the fuck off the field. Simple.
But you want Malik Willis on it.
I said what I said, man.
I'm just playing
I
with
said
you,
what
bro.
I said. I said what I said. I said what I said, and I'm standing on shit, bro.
Leaf, I like getting a reaction out of you, Leaf. I love getting a reaction out of you, Leaf.
That's crazy.
Because
bro.
he was
That's
talking
crazy.
about how he got bullied. The Packers opening kickoff that they fumbled, that just set the tone.
That was first off that fumble. We should have got that fumble back, but that's neither here nor there. We fumbled the ball to begin with. That's how you could tell we was weak from the start of that goddamn kickoff. Weak, play weak, reacted weak. We had everything on the field was weak. Grade A, weak.
Leaf, I have a sincere question. It's sincere, but it's also funny at the same time, depending on who takes it. So, with you being a Packers fan your whole life, is this the highest your blood pressure has ever been?
Probably.
Wow.
Because
Wow.
and you know what, and Louise, it's certain type of losses, bro, that really tick me off. These is one of those losses.
Right.
He did like no. Listen, I'm over the Seattle shit. I'm over the LOB years. I'm over the San Francisco years where they had Navarro and Pat Willis. I'm over that. I'm even over I'm even over the Falcons years where we ran up in there. We got stomped out by them. I'm over that. So yeah, I'm over that. What pisses me off is when you roll over. We rolled over yesterday.
No effort.
We rolled over.
I agree.
Like we was like, look, dudes got on the field, got one contact situation with that Eagles team and said, nope, we out.
No, I agree with you. No effort. I agree with you. I can get behind that.
And I would like to thank, bro, Champ, Broad, every last one of y'all. When y'all see y'all teams roll over, y'all know it for a fact. They roll over.
That was the Tampa game. So yeah.
Yeah, us against the Chiefs. Brandon, I have a request. Can we I came on the show for two things. One, to hold everybody accountable for Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
And two, I'd like to hear Kieran rant about Mike Tomlin.
Oh yeah, that was the next game.
I thought you were gonna ask Kenny to turn on his camera so you can roast him how ugly he is.
Oh man, I haven't done that in a long time.
Come on, man.
I had.
I've been trolling Kieran all week about Mike Tomlin. I've been sending him stats and stuff about him. So
so Kieran, man, your Steelers lost 28-14. Russ played. Najee Harris was trash.
Hey,
George
Russ
Pickens
played a
had
nice
some
second
life.
half though. His second half was fire.
Yeah,
second half was fire.
Yeah, but the Ravens on the
don't nobody give a damn about no Russell Wilson, bro.
Derrick Henry went off with 186 yards, 26 carries.
Y'all gonna stop this.
Kieran, is it time for Mike? Kieran, I'm gonna just tell you straight up. Is it time for Mike Tomlin to go?
Ever since 2017, he should have been off the team.
Damn!
2017?
I'm done with
Damn! That's 8 years? 8 years?
This dude is the
Kieran
NFL
go.
version of Doc Rivers. You know the last time Doc
Rivers.
You know the last time Doc Rivers won a chip?
2008.
No. Listen. You know the last time that Doc Rivers won a championship? 2008. The last time Mike Tomlin won a championship? 2008. The last time they've been to the NBA Finals? 2010. Super Bowl? 2010.
That's sick.
That is true.
Mike Tomlin hasn't won a playoff game since I've been 15 years old. It's not.
Oh my God! All right, Louise. I don't know where you get that shit from.
No.
It's not even like
this is nasty.
It's not even that. Like, I understand we are a worse team than the Ravens. I'm not denying that. It's way different if showing no effort on defense. They run 13 straight run plays, score a touchdown, 304 yards in the total first half.
Is that actually a real stat? 13 straight run plays?
Yes.
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 And you know what Mike Tomlin has to say at halftime to the report? Oh, it's Lamar.
Oh, no, I would have had to throw hands with him on the spot.
Like, I'm literally like...
That is the definition of, hey, yo, meet me in the tunnel after the game.
Bro, we gotta go.
What coach says that? Oh, it's just the quarterback. Like no fight whatsoever. TJ Watt, like, I don't know where you've been for the last 5 games. You're my favorite player on the Steelers, but man, like, you really
that's arguably the best defensive player in the league. We didn't have that. We didn't have no for that.
No, I get that, but he's been disappointing for like the last month. That's what he's
like him saying that about Lamar. That's like NBA coaches in the '90s being like, it's Michael Jordan. What do you expect?
Scottie Pippen have a game here and there. You know what I mean?
I have another stat.
You know what?
Mike Tomlin.
TJ Watt didn't record a single stat apparently.
Oh yeah. No. You know Mike Tomlin's supposed to be a defensive coach, right? 28 points. 42 points, 48 points, 44 points. It's a recurring theme.
He's supposed to be what?
It's like
wait.
I get it. We are supposed to be the worst team. I'm not. It's about the lack of effort every time we get into the postseason, and there's just like no fight. And I have to say that I have to hear the stupid same fucking bullshit. Oh, like the standard is the standard. Like I'm tired of it. Like we need an offensive identity. Our freaking identity is just trying to run the ball and like win with great defense since 2000. It's 2024 anymore. We need an elite quarterback. We're not going to get it because like we just need to keep our win record alive. I'm done. I'm done with it. I'm done. I want to be that. I would
have told Mike Tomlin, come on, I'm going to fuck you up. Come on.
Hey, Champ, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, Champ.
Champ's sitting there like, my turn, brother.
I want to ask, but
Brady said that shit earlier.
We come on.
You got lag.
But look, I'm gonna ask y'all this real quick, and I'm gonna just be honest. Coming into this season, did we really expect anything from this team?
No,
but I didn't.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait.
Oh, Brandon, you stop.
At least playoffs.
We didn't expect anything from these teams. We thought
playoffs.
No, we didn't expect anything.
All right, Jim Mora, let's leave Jim Mora.
No, I did.
Ew.
No, nobody, conventional wisdom, nobody expected anything for this team. Nobody.
Not a damn thing.
Nobody. Everybody thought that they was making a mistake by getting Justin Fields. People thought that Russell Wilson was washed. I mean, they had went and got Arthur Smith, which that says its own story within itself. Nobody really expected anything from this team until they started winning. And then the flaws came out. The thing was, this team was flawed from the beginning. And the thing is, you could tell when they was winning and reeling off all of those wins, and when they was second place in the division, you could almost tell, okay, it's only a matter of time for the wheels fall off. It's just a matter of when. And people who are just, look, I think Mike Tomlin needs to go somewhere else as well. I mean, I'm just going to be all the way a buck with you. But the thing is, coming into this year, you really wasn't expecting anything from him. Everybody thought that Russell Wilson was washed. Everybody was screaming bloody murder because he went and got Arthur Smith, who couldn't do anything down there with that offense that we had. And then on top of that, you know, a lot of dysfunction in that locker room with George Pickens and some of the other superstar wide receivers. So there was a lot of controversy. So there was a lot of controversy going on with this year with if he was going to win or not. People really thought that he was going to have his first losing season. But I digress. Number two.
I'm going to say it.
Number two.
Finish, but I'm going to say it.
Number two. This is the same. People keep, look, I don't think people was alive when Bill Cowher was the coach. Because he was going through the same things.
I was.
Well, you were. Well, he was going through the same thing.
All of us in here were.
Exactly.
What's up, man?
He had a revolving,
Champ, I know exactly what you're talking about.
He had a revolving door of quarterbacks. He couldn't get his feet planted. He couldn't get an offensive coordinator supplanted in that system. It was always the reason that Cordell Stewart was kept being erratic because they had a damn different quarterback coach nearly every single year. The only thing that's really stable about this franchise, Dick LeBeau, he hasn't been there in a long, long time. So this defense is not the same as it was when he went to those Super Bowls because Dick LeBeau definitely provided some extra stability for that defense. This team is not the same as it was during those early Steelers years when he was the coach. There's not a stalemate at the offensive coordinator position. There's not. If you didn't know anything else 10 years ago, you knew you had two things going on for yourself. Mike Tomlin and Dick LeBeau.
That's true.
So the thing is, and guess what? Since Dick LeBeau has left, although you have gotten a lot of great defensive players as far as the Pittsburgh Steelers are concerned, that system has not been the same without it.
Hey, Champ,
so there's a lot of things that's going on within the Pittsburgh Steelers outside of Mike Tomlin. It's easy to point him and say, Mike Tomlin, but guess what? A lot of revolving doors at the offensive and the defensive coordinator position. No quarterback. I mean, if any other coach, I'm going to ask you this. I'm going to ask this. If any other coach, and lie to me if you want to, because I'm going to cook you if you do. Don't lie to me. If any other coach made it in a season where they had a revolving door full of quarterbacks, what would you say?
I would say that that's a hell of a damn defense. Because
Yes, and you would crown him coach of the year. Look what happened last year with Kevin Stefanski.
okay, yeah, you're absolutely right. But champ, just to throw something out there. If I'm not mistaken, Dick LeBeau was on our he was the defensive coordinator of the team that last won the championship for the Green Bay Packers, and just so happened to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. But you're absolutely right about everything you said in terms of the history of it, and in terms of the revolving door of quarterbacks that has been even before the Big Ben era, and since the Big Ben era. I mean, and listen, and all accounts, yeah, of course, but the one mainstay about any great Pittsburgh team is the defense is on a 10, and usually 9 times out of 10, everything in the trenches is on a 10. Like the O-line, you got a running back, did things like that.
I also want to add, I don't think it's only the quarterback situation that is frustrating for the Steelers. It's also the way Tomlin structures the team. Like he does not pick good coordinators at all. Like it's bad.
Can I say something real quick?
Oh my Canada.
No. I gotta correct that. We had Dom Capers. We didn't have Dick LeBeau. We had Dom Capers.
They don't care.
Go ahead.
You know how many head coaches are under the Mike Tomlin tree?
No.
Ooh.
None. You know he vouched for Matt Canada, right? You know he he met with Russell Wilson for him to join the team, right?
Dang.
I'm not hearing that like, oh, Mike Tomlin needs a good quarterback when he puts it in like the position himself. He's doing all this stuff himself.
Who is he gonna Kieran? Bear with me for a second. Who is he gonna get outside of Russ?
Tua will happily send him over there.
Who is he gonna get outside of Justin Fields?
Wait.
Who is he gonna get outside of Justin Fields and Russell Wilson?
Louise, you evil as hell, bro. There's no way they picking up. Louise, they not picking up tuna fish, bro. Come on, they not picking up tuna fish.
Because last I checked, that wasn't the only team trying to get Russell Wilson. My Atlanta Falcons were trying to get Russell Wilson. Huh?
Yeah.
I didn't want Russell Wilson.
Again, guess what? Who else were you gonna get at that point outside of trading up in the ground?
Could have just stuck with Fields. Could have just stuck with Fields.
Yeah, thank you. I want this team to be bad. I don't want this team to be average. I don't want this team to have a late pick every year. I want to be a Super Bowl contending team. And the only reason that we're not a Super Bowl contending team is because we stick to the same formula we've had since Bill Cowher and Chuck Noll. We have to have
championships because of it, though.
Listen.
At trying to go after quarterback.
Hold on. Yes, we've won championships off that. Yeah, we could do that in 1995 and 2008. It's a way different league now. Like, you have to have at least like a top 12 quarterback to win a Super Bowl now.
I'm not disagreeing with you there, but isn't it fair to say that is why he has not won? Because the thing is, like I said, you've had a revolving door at quarterback nearly every year thus far. You haven't had a quarterback since Big Ben.
All right.
And the thing is, wait a minute, Louise. And the thing is, quiet as it's kept, you looked up on Big Ben. He went into the late rounds. We won in the late round.
So I have a question. So I have.
He went in the late round. He dropped the 24. He dropped the 24.
You're 5-11. He went 11.
He did not go 11. He went.
He did. What are you talking about?
He went 11.
What's the argument?
Go 11. He went.
What's the
11.
What's the argument
right now?
Aaron Rodgers. You were thinking of Aaron Rodgers, champ.
You're thinking of Aaron Rodgers.
Yes, I am. Thank you for correcting.
And again, even with Big Ben, can I say this right now? If Kyle Shanahan had Big Ben, Antonio Brown, and Le'Veon Bell, and did not win a Super Bowl, what would you say to that?
We say the same thing like we do every single year.
Why does Mike Tomlin get a pass for that? Why does he get a
gotten
pass?
a pass for that? He hasn't.
Yes, he has.
How?
Wait,
Because
Kieran,
people call-
no, Kieran, here's the pass. Because his defenses are immaculate.
He hasn't gotten a pass for that. And the thing is, we criticize him.
No.
And we
He
criticize
gets
him even
praised
more because he can't keep star players under control. He has been criticized
That's
because
a
of that.
problem. That's a
Wow.
problem. It's happening with every receiver. It's happening
Yeah.
with Pickens. It happened with Juju.
They
It's happening with
crashing
AB.
out.
Again, the same thing happened under Bill Cow. He couldn't keep Bam Morris under control.
Champ,
Big Pen under control. He couldn't keep a lot
I
of
think
his
you. I
under
think
control,
you're
but he
invertedly.
still won.
Champ, I think you bringing up good history, bro, and I think history is bound to repeat itself in the NFL. But in future references, bro, I think nobody in here can tell you anything in the ins and outs about the Atlanta Falcons and why they're doing what they're doing and why Michael Penix Jr.
We don't have a history of winning.
You're talking
No,
about
I understand that. All right, but history aside. Right. All right, for champ. History aside, I think it's a common knowledge that Michael Penix should have been starting. Like just talking about this year. It's a common knowledge that he should have been starting. It's a common knowledge that Kirk Cousins should have never gotten not a penny from y'all. It's a common knowledge. So my thing is that history does repeat itself, but we've seen also this past weekend in the game last night, I might add, bro, like the one which I hope we could get to, that history is subject to change. And if you start bringing the right people in, and you start bringing the different pieces in, and you start bringing the different minds in to collaborate to a good football team and to working on both sides of the ball and getting your pieces and getting stuff in the draft that you need to get, things are gonna go on the uphill, bro. And I hope we could get to that conversation in a minute because even though Buddy,
if I may,
if you bring up tuna fish one more time, bro, like I swear I want you out. Bro.
Listen,
if you bring up tuna fish one more time, send them to hell.
No, that's not what I'm gonna say. That's not what I'm gonna say. Even though I hate Tua. What I'm gonna say though is I 100% understand both sides of the argument. But what I will say is in the NFL, you have to adapt. Not only the players get better, but the coaches also have to adapt to the new game of football, right? That's why I credit Andy Reid so much, because with Patrick Mahomes, he understood the current state football is in, and he was able to adapt to coaching. The best example I can use is Bill Belichick. Nobody across the league in terms of coaching has more winning identity than Bill Belichick. But the Patriots understood that the league is completely different right now, and you can't win with Bill Belichick's coaching style of football on this level anymore because it's so different. I feel that's the same exact way with Mike Tomlin. It's very good that he's been able to have these winning seasons with subpar rosters, but it comes to a point where this can't be enough, and you need a new identity, and you need a new identity to elevate this new identity you're trying to create. Like another example could be when the Packers let go Mike McCarthy. Like Mike McCarthy won a Super Bowl, but like that's not enough to keep him. At the end of the day, you have to evolve, and that's where Matt LaFleur come into play. You have to evolve. So with Mike Tomlin, I credit him for taking these subpar rosters and doing as much as he can with them, but it is very clear that his style of football, the way he calls the plays and runs the team, it is very outdated. And once again, nobody has more winning identity more than Bill Belichick, and New England understood, as great as you are, and you are the greatest coach of all time, your style is outdated, and we need something new. And it's and Mike Tomlin is great, winning identity, never had a losing season, but it is very clear that he is outdated, and they need something new.
Very clear.
Very clear.
Very clear.
He's not in like year. He's not in year 5.
I'm gonna just say this right quick, cause we only got like 15 minutes left. Cause we got.
We ain't even get to the rest of the games. Damn.
We will.
No, we gonna get that Wednesday. Wednesday we gonna get to the games.
Hold on.
Wednesday,
I just want to say 2 things about the Steelers and everything.
Wait,
like what you were saying about, who are they going to get better than Russ? I mean, the Falcons, they have not been. They've also not been great at going after QBs and free agency. Like Leaf was saying, all the common knowledge stuff. It's also common knowledge that they dodged a bullet by losing out on the Diddy Watson sweepstakes. But also, I want to say this.
No.
That was
minus team expectations. I don't think it's crazy to say that the Steelers this season were the Eagles from last season. They were sitting comfortably in a playoff spot, first in the division. They start losing a lot of games. The team that they are literally neck and neck with the division for, they go on the road to said team, get belt to ass, go home, they lose the division, and then they go on the road in the playoffs and get belt to ass.
The Eagles from last season was the 2020 Pittsburgh Steelers. I've been on record saying that. That team from last year, bro. Yo, I don't know what the hell happened after that bye week.
The thing was,
I don't.
COVID, man, ruined everybody.
They didn't have their coordinators in place. You know, different coordinators, different style, different a lot of things, bro.
Okay. All right, y'all.
Yo, Jalen Hurts was the worst.
I'm just gonna leave it.
Broad, I know you ain't going to be here on Wednesday, so what's your picks for this week? Because we're going to be talking about that too Wednesday.
Yeah, congrats to the Commanders for winning their first playoff game in 20 years. Unfortunately, I think they're the better team, so I'm going to go with the Lions.
For sure.
In the highly anticipated game where nasty narratives will be spread about the loser of said game between Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. Because the game is everyone is going to be posting nasty narratives about Lamar loses this game. Oh, classic Lamar can't perform in the fucking playoffs. And Josh Allen, oh, look, he falls short once again. Is he ever going to reach over the hump? But I think mainly just because that game is in Buffalo, I'm going to go with the Bills.
Okay.
I don't think it matters who we play between the Rams and the Vikings. I'm confident in my guys that they'll be able to fix the mistakes that they had, especially on offense, and move on. And then, obviously, Kansas City should smack the ever-living shit out of Houston.
They're not going to.
They should.
They should, but they're not going to beat the crap out of them. I wouldn't go
real
that
quick.
far.
All right, but
that's why I said should, not going.
But I think the way the Texans have been showing up, bro. Like I'll be honest with you, if that defense that is going to have to play leaps and bounds to keep that team afloat, bro. And I don't think. And be honest with you, I think Kansas City should be able to win that game hand over fist. Be honest with you.
I still find it crazy that Kansas City had 15 wins and they were the only team in the league to not score 30 points in one game.
Yeah, listen, hey, it is what it is, bro. Broad, only thing I'll give you is this, bro. Listen, I don't think you want to see the Rams, bro. I don't think you want to see that.
You don't want to see us, bro.
I don't think you want to see the Rams. And listen. I might be going crazy with the smoke, bro. Listen, the Vikings, bro. They one of them teams, bro. You could pack them up, man, and come certain times of the season. But the Rams, the way that listen, if they get any momentum, bro. Like if you play anything like you played against us, I pray for you.
Look, all I'm gonna say is do not let us get going, bro. I'm telling you, do not let Stafford get going, bro.
You a fucking Rams fan.
I've been a Rams fan.
You've been a Rams fan this entire time.
You late, bro.
But
I get that it's hard to beat the same team twice in one season. But we literally went to LA and beat that ass.
I mean, we weren't.
Guys, real quick, guys.
After the cross,
go ahead, Champ. Go ahead, Champ.
LA Rams defense.
Hold on, one mic.
I mean, we were missing Puka, but okay.
One mic.
Real quick. They bought a quick update on the TikTok ban. China, the company's thinking about selling it to Elon. So yeah.
Oh wow.
We back.
We back. They're in discussion of selling it to Elon. According to Bloomberg. So according to Bloomberg, they're in discussion of selling it to Elon. So hopefully he don't fuck up TikTok like he did X. But
he's gonna call it. Eventually it's going to happen. It's just all about how long is it going to take to happen, bro. Like that's basically what it is. But
and I'll call it X. It's still
just before I leave and I'm about to go, I want to I don't know when the next time I'm gonna talk to him, man. But if he's still in the chat, man, shout out to PSP and shout out to the Commanders, man. he been doing a lot of Commanders content for a minute, man, over the last couple of years since I've known
For
him.
sure, for sure.
And I will say this, they bro, you ain't gonna like this, bro, but they got the best quarterback in that division, bro. I'm sorry.
Hey, wait. Can I also say this? I got the Commanders upsetting the Lions.
Ooh.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yes,
You
I,
need to get
yes, I
out of
do.
here.
Yes, I do.
You need to get out of here. No, you don't.
Hey,
Hey, turn that camera on and say that, man.
All right.
Turn that camera. You won't turn the camera on to say that, bro. Get out of here.
Brandon,
I will say that.
You won't.
I will say
No,
that.
you won't.
Brandon,
I will.
I want
I have the Commanders upsetting the Lions.
Bro.
Oh, can I hear why, Kenny?
You said why?
Bro, whatever drugs is in that car, bro, get it out of there, bro. For the police.
I'm really good at calling shit because I said that like 2 to 3 years ago that the 49ers were gonna go to Green Bay and beat
Bro, the
Packers.
Lions is not playing, bro.
I'm not hearing it. You never, when it comes to NFL playoffs, you never know, bro. So
that is true. That is true.
So
I mean, it's not the worst take Kenny's ever said.
I mean, here's the thing: like the Lions' defense is injured. It's gonna come.
It's not about they defense. They offense is gonna burn shit up. I don't give a damn what version. I don't give a damn what version of. I don't give a damn what version of Bobby Wagner show up, bro. I swear I don't.
Brandon,
I don't give a damn about.
Whoa! Bobby Wagner's still here.
Brandon,
Yo.
I wanted to finish on the Steelers thing, like.
Don't they got Marshawn Lattimore?
All right. First of all, shout out Lamar Jackson for having.
We know Marshawn Lattimore is only good for a Mike Evans game, and it just happened.
And even then, he was getting toasted.
Exactly.
Hey, go ahead.
I'm gonna holler at you later, man. Yeah.
First of all, I didn't really.
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't really talk about like the game like at all. First of all, shout out Lamar and Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is the top 8 running back ever. I don't care what people say.
Yes.
Shout out Lamar for having his second great playoff game of his career. Definitely need that momentum into Buffalo, and it's good to have like a game like this, a team that you are notoriously bad against, like especially in a playoff setting. But at the end of the day, for the Steelers, like it's either Mike Tomlin has to have less say, or he has to be gone. Like that's just my opinion. Like,
wait, Karen, I got a question to ask you about Lamar. So Lamar wins his 3rd straight MVP. You know Josh Allen, he's the favorite, but like Lamar, he's like up there. If Lamar wins his 3rd MVP, do you think he's going to be a top 10 quarterback of all time? Would you put him in top 10?
I mean, I think he's already on. I think him and Josh are on trajectory for being top 10 quarterbacks of all time. Regardless, like, because like the thing is, like, even though Josh like doesn't have an MVP at all, like. He's one of the best quarterbacks I've ever seen in my life. And like from a talent perspective, like the arm, like everything, he's one of the best playoff quarterbacks of all time. Lamar, yes, he will be a top 10 quarterback of all time for sure. I don't know where on all-time lists, but
I'd probably put him top 15.
For sure.
I was debating if I had Lamar in my top 10 or Josh Allen, I would probably put them over Elway.
I mean, here's my thing, right? The only thing Lamar has to prove to me is a good postseason run. That's it. That's it. Because at this point, like, it's starting to get to that point where Lamar has, like, 0 excuses. You have Derrick Henry. You have, like, a solid offensive line. The defense has been number 1 since week 11. I mean, as for Josh, there's no excuses for him either, because even though he plays well and they win, like if he doesn't win a Super Bowl, no one's gonna respect him. So like,
hey
you know what sucks to me? It sucks that this game is the divisional round. I really wish this was the AFC Championship.
Well, I mean that was Bengals Bills 2 years ago as well.
Yeah,
for sure. Hey, y'all, man! I gotta head out. I just want to give a quick update though that the Rams are they going into the red zone right now. It's 7-0 already though. But Stafford is cooking. He 9 for 9. Stafford is 9 for 9, so they cooking right now. But
hey, 7 out the Vikings.
Matthew,
yeah, against the Vikings. Yeah. Champ, go ahead, bro. 7-0 Rams.
Oh man, look. Always a privilege, a pleasure, and an honor to share the stage with each and every last one of you talented young men. congratulations to each and every last one of you. You've been doing the damn thing. I've been around every last one of you for a long time. You taught me a lot about sports, more than you probably could ever imagine, because let's just keep it real. There was a time I was a stat merchant. I'm just going to keep it real. Y'all taught me a lot more about sports than I
Everybody
thought.
was.
But
Right.
hey, man, I appreciate y'all, man. You're doing a good job. And good luck to the teams that are still in the playoffs. Kenny, your team, who's on the roll right about now. Broad, everybody whose team's still in the playoffs, man, good luck to y'all, man. And look, hey, to the guys who are not in the playoffs, time to go win the offseason.
Right, for
Say
sure.
one up.
Broad, go ahead. Any last words?
And great win on Sunday. On to the next, whether it's the Rams or the Vikings. Quick little winners of the week, despite the fact that their offense was terrible. I'd say the Houston Texans. Losers of the week are for sure Jordan Love and Justin Herbert. And also, one thing I wanted to say last week, this was just like a funny moment the last 2 weeks, had to be that Sugar Bowl. Okay, 4th and 2. Offense, stay out there. You're going to go for it. Fuck, false start. All right, send the punt team out. Oh, delay game Notre Dame. Oh, shit. Get the offense back out there, boys. Let's go.
The
Sure.
fuck was that?
You have issues. You know that, right?
Yes,
You okay?
yes, I have ADHD and I am also autistic.
Are you okay?
Dick,
Are
Ken.
you all right, bro?
Yes.
Oh. Oh, dang.
And Kenny, and you know what? I'm gonna just say it now. Kenny, you ugly as shit.
I agree, 100%.
That's crazy. I still look better looking than you.
Yeah, you look
I
better than
agree
God.
100%. And you are built like a palm tree.
All right, that's racially motivated.
And
That
you
was
bi-
racist.
and you built like the Kool-Aid man.
Oh,
That is fat shaming. That is fat shaming.
Any last words? Luis, any last words before we head out?
Broad isn't fat. He's plump. Get it right. All right.
I'm not fat. There's just more of me than you.
But I just want to say, this was my first sports podcast of the year, so that's great. Brandon, I see that you at 520 subs. Make sure you guys subscribe to Brandon to get him to Brandon 1K this year, right, Brandon?
1 million, baby.
1K this year, right, Brandon?
That's for sure. 1K.
But it was fun. I mean, we held Justin Herbert accountable, and it was great. But just like Champ said, it's sad.
Yeah.
We're one step closer to the season ending, which is really sad. But we're one step closer to Tua not being employed anymore. So I'm really looking forward to that. So definitely gonna be excited.
Miami, baby.
Not gonna lie, the day I see Tua has been released, I'm Kieran. I'll probably draft a jersey. We going to bars. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, W.
That's crazy.
Hey, Broad, come
hey,
steal your
Kieran,
thing, man. Yeah. I mean,
Kieran, any last words, man?
Shout out Lewis. He's my dog. I mean, I haven't seen him lately on pod. It's nice to see him. Shout out Broad, even though fuck the Eagles, but
damn.
No. It's not really fuck the Eagles. It's just fuck their fans. They're just so annoying. But...
God damn.
J Mike, me personally, I would not take
Broad's one of the good Eagles fans. He's one of the good.
Hey,
don't you dare.
Hey, look at what PSP put in the chat for Pittsburgh.
No. Broad is the Eagles realist. I'll give him that. But yeah, shout out Champ.
You know Kieran won't want that.
If Aaron Rodgers goes to Pittsburgh, I'm gonna throw him off the.
Hey, Karen, you can come be a Rams fan for a year, bro.
Dude, I'll root for Stafford. Fuck it.
No one will ever do that voluntarily ever.
Honestly, I'd get a Rodgers Steelers jersey just to tell my kids, hey, remember when Rodgers was on the Steelers that one time, bro? It's crazy, bro.
No.
It's like a Deion Sanders like Ravens or Washington jersey.
Yeah, it's like a Shannon Sharp Ravens jersey. It's like, hey, remember when he was there?
Well,
a Jason Taylor Jets jersey.
Real quick, Brandon.
Shout out PSP. Ravens, but he won a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
real quick,
sure.
Brandon. Shout out PSP. I know that playoff win felt great, man. I wish I could say the same.
Sure.
I'm so happy for you. No, I really am. I
really am. Like, I remember before the season, me, him, and Champ were talking about like, oh my god, oh no, the Commanders traded Dotson? Like, who's Jaden Daniels going to throw to besides Terry? Look where you are
Terry.
now. You're in the divisional round. So
He's
Nah.
still throwing to Terry, just at a higher volume.
Yeah, nah. Shout
Yeah,
out to
facts.
and I may be a Philly fan, but I'm DC born. I like to see when DC teams are doing well. So shout out to the 2 of
no,
them.
especially a team that hasn't won a playoff game in 19 years. Like,
Yeah,
And-
shout out all them fans.
by the way,
Another year of the Dolphins holding the longest drought for a playoff win.
shout
shout out 202, 703, all them area codes in the DMV. Shout out y'all.
One more shout out. Shout out Brandon for listening to all my bullshit about the Steelers. So,
For sure.
and posting it online.
Hey,
And shout out Brandon for taking this Justin Herbert verbal ass whooping. It was nice. And Brandon, honestly, Brandon, for so long, it felt so good to get that off my chest because I was hoping and praying for this day. I was
Brandon,
you,
put me on the
yeah,
big
you
screen.
wild,
Hey,
Billy. You
Brandon,
wild.
Brandon, put
was
me on the big screen real
hoping-
quick.
Same.
You said
Brandon,
what?
put me on the big screen real quick.
Okay, hold on.
Hey, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, you better not play bad. You better not play bad.
Oh,
I'm coming for both of your asses if you guys play bad.
We on that ass.
wow.
Why I said nasty
On that
narrative
ass.
be pushed.
Hey, man, for
On
all
that
the
ass.
people here, make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Till next time, we are
By the
out.
way, it's gonna be.
See y'all
I will say
Wednesday.
this: it's gonna be worse for Josh Allen because he's at home. But anyway,
It is, but
Peace.
Kieran, Brandon, we gotta go because Penta just debuted, so we gotta go catch that. See y'all later.
Yeah,
Stafford.
yeah.